This is a past year PSPM question. Maybe one of the hardest lah. The value of Kp at certain temperature for the following reaction is given in table below. Deduce whether forward, endothermic or exothermic. 8 markah lah. If I'm not mistaken, 8, lebih kurang 8 markah lah. Okay, so this is first we study the table, the relationship. I don't know how to give the answer. Maybe I look for the proper answer, but I can explain to make you understand. Writing answer is very difficult for this question because dia ada banyak benda you kena terangkan. Dalam sentence saya tak tahu macam mana akan berlaku lah. Tapi for the beginning maybe saya bagi idea lah. Kita cuba fahamkan. So for that I start with the table first lah. Okay, a very simple relationship. If I see the table, what I can see is from 700 Kelvin to 1000 Kelvin, I find the temperature increases. Do you agree with me? Right? And I also have to take note that as the temperature increases, what happened to the Kp value? Kp value decreases, obviously. Can you see that? 10 to power 4 become 10 to... Tak payah tengok nilai depan, tengok power dia sudah tahu. Kan? From 10 to power 4 dia menjadi 10 to power negative 1. So Kp value dia berkurang, right? That is the first thing. Now saya cuba tengok, kalau saya tulis, I try to map the answer using whatever my mind thinks, and then later we try to rewrite again lah the whole answer. Sebab at the moment what I see, I try to think lah. As I see the Kp decreases, saya cuba tulis Kp dulu. Okay, I try to write the Kp first. Kp adalah PAB power 2 divide by PA power 2 multiply PB2. You see whether correct or not what I written. Correct, Now one thing for sure happen is you punya Kp akan berkurang. Betul lah? Because the table says this is an experiment. Imagine this is an experiment. Table itu adalah jadual keputusan, kan? So yang satu yang pasti adalah Kp berkurang. So Kp akan berkurang. Pada pendapat saya, Kp itu hanya akan berkurang bila PAB saya berkurang. Kalau PAB saya bertambah, sebab dia kuasa 2 tau, jangan lupa dia ada power 2 sana. Kalau PAB saya berkurang, baru saya make Kp akan berkurang. So that means kalau saya pergi ke equation, cuba kita tulis equation 2A tambah B2 in equilibrium with 2AB. Now you tell me with the logic that I see, whether you can see or cannot see, I don't know. With the logic I can see, I want my Kp to decrease. The Kp already decreased. If Kp decrease, I found out my PAB will definitely decrease. Now you tell me, you think which direction dia bergerak, you punya PAB akan berkurang. From right to left, Okay, betul From right to left. So saya punya AB akan berkurang, B2 akan bertambah, A akan bertambah. Kalau ini berlaku, adakah KP saya akan berkurang? Confirm KP saya berkurang. Betul lah jadual kita. Sekarang macam mana ini akan bergerak ke sebelah sini? Pada ketika, this is the biggest problem. Pada ketika temperature bertambah. You nampak tak kaitan dia? Kemudian ada orang tanya, macam mana saya tahu temperature bertambah? Bukankah kita dah katakan tadi kan, temperature akan bertambah. Right, we said that. Now kita nak equilibrium bergerak ke sebelah sana, dan pada masa yang sama, gangguan yang berlaku adalah temperature bertambah. See, right now, this is the collection of idea, how you see. Okay, katakan contoh cuba kita fahamkan. Contoh. Just try. Delta H is negative, exothermic. Apa you akan buat? Step pertama, bagi tahu saya, apa you buat? You nampak, saya letak sana pen warna merah, nampak kan? Delta H equals to negative. You as a student, as a candidate, what you will do when you see your teacher put like that? First step, Yes? No, cannot talk about position. First step. What is the first step we do? You nampak hujung tu ada orang letak positif, ada orang letak negatif. Yes? Okay, so first we say it is a exothermic. Second, what is it? Forward reaction release. Backward reaction absorb. Betul. Okay, sekarang temperature bertambah adalah satu disturbance. Kita kena buang kan? Cuba kita buang. Apa kita buat? No, not absorb. Temperature bertambah adalah disturbance. Apa kita kena buat? Temperature kena dikurangkan. You punya otak kena proses betul lah. Kalau tak nanti out semua out. You tengok saya tahu jawapan. Saya tahu endo exo. Saya tengok sudah tahu jawapan. Tapi saya tak boleh cakap saya tahu jawapan. Nanti you tak faham. So you have to train your brain to think, right? Okay, the first step is I know is exo. Dekat arrow tu atas saya tulis release, bawah saya tulis absorb. Kemudian perkara kedua saya tahu temperature bertambah, itu adalah gangguan. Saya kena buang itu gangguan, temperature kena dikurangkan. Step ketiga, lukis Lukis apa? Yes, kena. Ada orang tak buat sebab dia tahu, dia ingat, dia tahu jawapan. Tak ada, kena buat. So temperature bertambah, I use different color. Temperature bertambah is the disturbance. Kan? So we want to reduce, right? Reduce the temperature lah, lower the temperature. So what we should do, either absorb or release, dua saja. We have to absorb. Kita absorb lah. Now arrow pergi mana arrow, okay. Arrow masuk sistem. I mean arrow ke atas tu pergi mana? Kiri ke kanan? Pergi ke kiri kan? You punya AB berkurang ke bertambah? Berkurang. Kita nak AB bertambah ke berkurang? Berkurang. So jawapan kita exothermic. Betul lah? Sudah habis. So you want to write this in sentence. Cuba tulis. Very difficult, but that one different story. See whether you understand or not what I tell this one. It's a difficult one. Cuba try to understand. Take your time. Then you ask me.
I write 4 sentences. I don't know if it's enough.
Let me check. It's not when. Pen merah. It's S. Okay, not when. KP decreases shows that the equilibrium shift to left. Okay. This one also can combine in order to decrease the temperature. Okay. So this one you combine here lah, right? Oh, this one not enough. Only 2 marks. So you have to explain the other things here. But never mind. This one I try to find the proper answer because saya pun tak ada jawapan yang tulis tu. Or maybe you can maybe after this you can suggest, you can write, and like Ching you give me, or Ching you can do the correction also, can show me. We check the answer. It's just putting all these things in sentence, but it's not easy because you boleh cerita, tapi kalau cerita you tak ada kesinambungan, orang tak faham. Betul This one banyak kesinambungan. You kena start daripada atas tu sampai ke bawah tu, you kena nampak story tu berkait. Tak boleh tiba-tiba KP decrease, tiba-tiba exothermic. Tak tahu, ada orang tak faham. But most important thing now is, do you understand this one? That's the thing. I repeat one more time. We see. We counter check one more time, right? Okay. First, based on the table, temperature bertambah, KP berkurang lah daripada table tu. So yang pasti KP akan berkurang. Itu point yang kedua you kena cerita lah. KP decreases due to decrease of amount of AB, kan? Partial pressure of AB pun boleh lah. Amount ke partial pressure. AB berkurang, maka KP akan berkurang lah. Okay. So going into the equilibrium, if we want our AB to decrease, that means the equilibrium position already shifted from right to left, or possibly shifting from right to left. That would decrease the AB. Okay, number one, that is the link, the first link. The second thing we have to talk here is, we are disturbing the system by increasing the temperature. Increasing temperature is the disturbance. So we have to get rid of the disturbance. So we have to decrease the temperature. As we want to decrease the temperature, system has to absorb the heat. That is for sure. So now two things are happening simultaneously. First is your Kp decreasing due to AB decreasing. Second thing, because you disturb the temperature, the system absorb the heat. Now these two have to link that through the equation. Okay. So maybe the third point, you nak link dua ni, you tak dapat idea, you boleh buat kaedah trial and error. You say if delta H is exothermic, okay, then you tell the story. If delta H is exothermic, then the equilibrium will shift backward on. That is to absorb the heat, and therefore the AB decreases, and therefore the Kp will decrease. But imagine, saya try if exothermic lah. Kalau ada orang try endothermic, then okay, let's say this one I don't want to write. You try teach your brain to think. If is endothermic, what will happen? The system atas punya aero absorb, bawah punya release, betul? Sebab dia endothermic. But your temperature never changes, you know. Temperature kita kena kurangkan, masih kena kurangkan. So system masih kena absorb, tapi sekarang equilibrium bergerak ke sebelah kanan. Very good. Then you kena cakap bergerak ke kanan, AB bertambah. You nak AB bertambah ke? You nak AB berkurang. So at the moment you say, since AB is increasing, if it's an endothermic reaction, the backward reaction is exothermic. We have to say like that. Kita kena reversekan balik ayat tu. Boleh? Okay. Since the forward reaction is endothermic, AB will increase. We don't want this to happen. We want the AB to decrease. That means the backward reaction now is endothermic. Kan? Backward endothermic kan? Dia bukan forward endothermic. Sebab you akan beritahu reason, forward endothermic AB bertambah. Kita tak nak. Kita nak AB berkurang. So you punya jawapan, if forward reaction is endothermic, AB will increase, which is not favoring the question or situation. Therefore, we have to reverse the equation, make it endothermic. Susah lah nak jawab. Ini ayat saya lah. You kena fikirkan. You can write in a very basic English. No need to be bombastic like what I say. It's a very simple understanding. Yang penting adalah examiner baca dia faham. You kata endothermic pergi depan, AB bertambah, saya tak nak, pun boleh tulis. We don't want that. We can write. We don't want the AB to increase. Instead, we want AB to decrease. Therefore, the backward reaction now is endothermic. Can? Alright, so I think time's up. You got class here, right? Okay, so we stop here. You try to do other Lee Chatelier question in the book. Okay. This video